Yeah, I'm not quite really sure. I didn't even know these two had beef. Bill O'Reilly versus Norm Macdonald. I wonder what that's about. Unless it's done in like joke, as a kind of joke beef. How could you have beef with Norm? But anyway, let's find out. Let's go.
Tonight, Dennis Miller's taking a lavish vacation, as is his wont. So we turn to another Saturday Night Live alum for words of wisdom this evening. Joining us now from Los Angeles, man about town, Norm Macdonald. Good to see you, Norm.
Hey,
Happy New Year to you, sir.
Oh, Happy New Year. I hope you had a Merry Christmas.
We had a great Christmas, and we were saying Merry Christmas quite often. And
yeah, in LA, I mean, I know you've maybe won the culture war, but in LA, it's still a little secular progressive. I had carolers come to my house, and I have a feeling they may have been atheists because of some of the carols they sang. Like they sang, "Nothing Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen," and "Hark the Herald Johnson Sings."
yeah, they couldn't get the God in there, and that's the age we live in, that there are certain parts of the country that just not going to get into the Christmas spirit. Now, are you a Democrat?
I love Christmas. I don't like to say I'm a Democrat or Republican because I have.
I already love this because Norm is just trouble. Despite the way he comes across, he's a rebel. And you see how he's asking his own questions, really. He's answering his own question now. Bill O'Reilly really hasn't said anything yet. You gotta love Norm.
To say I'm a Democrat or Republican because I don't subscribe to either. You know, like I'm very pro-life, but I'm against the death penalty, so I don't know what you'd call that.
Well, pro-life means that you want people to live, and if you're against a death penalty, that's consistent. But so you're an independent like I am. You want the best person in. Has anybody?
I would vote for the person.
Has anybody impressed you so far? Any of the presidential candidates impressed you so far?
Yeah, I love John McCain. He was my favorite 8 years ago. But even 8 years ago, he was the old guy back then, so I don't know. I don't know how he's going to fare.
But he's spry. You know, he's elderly, but he's spry. You know, I mean, I think he's got more energy than Fred Thompson, who's not quite as old as he is.
Yeah, no, Fred Thompson looks like he's always falling asleep. But I do think that if the surge continues to be successful, it is possible that if McCain gets the nomination, that he could actually win.
I think that any of these guys could win at this point because it's so fluid. And if you take Iraq, as you pointed out, off the table, you take that away, then the ideologues, their influence diminishes, and people will have to evaluate which candidate has the best plan. Now, Hillary Clinton, obviously a lightning rod. The Hollywood community is what, 80% liberal, and they're kind of split between Hillary and Obama. How do you see this? You're out there, you schmooze with these people.
Well, I've watched Hillary on the campaign trail, and I must say she has some image change or something. She looks to me much more lifelike. And also ladylike. She almost seems like a live lady now.
Well, they've softened her image, you know, because she was coming across as a little Margaret Thatcher-ish. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Do what I say or I'll kick your butt. And now they're trying to say, do what I say or somebody else will kick your butt. Not me, because I don't want to get my hair messed up. But the Obama-Hillary Hollywood conflict, see, they're all liberal, but they just don't know which way to go out there. And I feel their pain, don't you?
Yeah, I know this guy's like a freight train. And now that Dennis Kucinich has said that he might throw his support, man, he's going to be unstoppable with that.
That's right. So that's at least six or seven votes that Sean Penn.
That's the equivalent of me throwing my delegates behind him.
Now, when you
I think Kucinich is just barely above Ahmadinejad on the polls right now.
Yeah, Kucinich and Ahmadinejad are running neck and neck, and but we like Kucinich. No matter what you think about his politics, he's a stand-up guy. Now, Miller loves Giuliani. Miller is like Giuliani guy. What do you think
Yeah.
about the mayor?
Well, he's he's pro-choice, which is a little bit of a problem with me, but I remember when I was in New York, and my God, he changed that city around like crazy. He did such a great job. And I remember like my friends complaining, they were like, oh, Times Square, you know, it lost all its character. But I lived in New York during that time, and Times Square was just prostitutes and junkies and serial killers prowling arcade. I mean, there was, you know, it wasn't character. It wasn't like,
that's the liberal
wasn't
platform.
exactly
They like
Petticoat
that
Junction.
stuff. Right, it wasn't Petticoat. That's secular progressive heaven you just described there, Norm. That's what they want. Come on.
Yeah.
It's diversity,
Peep shows.
man. It's diversity.
Peep
Norm
shows
Macdonald,
on
everybody.
demand.
Yeah, that's right. Norm Macdonald, thanks for filling in for Miller. We appreciate it.
What's crazy, I don't know how long ago this was on, because it seems old, but they're still talking about the same kind of things, like progressivism being a problem. Anyway, let's keep going.
Happy New Year to you, Norm. When we Norm Macdonald, whose new program, A Minute with Stan Hooper, debuts on Fox tomorrow at 8:30. Up against the Factor, man. I don't know.
I know. It's not easy.
So we want them to tape Stan Hooper and watch the Factor.
I was going to mention earlier, because I know this is a no-spin zone.
You bet.
And in the Kozlowski thing, I saw a little bit of spinning. Little bit. And I'd like to say I was also a shareholder at Tyco. And I did get invited to the party in Sardinia.
You did?
Yeah, and you didn't miss anything. That guy with the giant wings made a clumsy pass at me over by the ice sculpture.
I thought you might have been the sculpture there for a minute.
What
but, I know. Now, you were at Saturday Night Live, okay?
Yes, sir.
It was a good gig for you, a weekend update and all of that.
Yeah.
Then you did the Norm show.
Yes, sir.
I never got to see the Norm show.
I never watched it either.
No one did. And it was gone.
It was gone. You know what an interesting thing is? That even if no one watches a show,
right,
it still gets ratings. Like 1 million people watch the show because people just don't turn their TVs off.
Is that right? So if there's nobody in the room, it still clicks in. I guess that's what's happening in CNN. I don't know. But anyway, this show, how do you get 2 shots? Because most people don't get any shots. You know how many comedians are out in L.A. Trying to troll to get a show. And this is another show starring you. How'd you do it?
I think pure raw talent.
Yeah, they just saw it in you. Huh?
Yeah, there's no substitute for that.
They had to have you.
Yeah.
Fox demanded Norm Macdonald.
Exactly.
Get him. How much control you have over this vehicle? Romano controls his show.
Yeah. Romano?
Ray Romano.
Oh, Ray Romano,
right.
of course.
You know, right.
I know him.
Not as talented as you, but he's coming on.
He's coming on.
How much control you got over the show?
Well, I got a lot of control over it. I don't rehearse, so I write all week.
Do you write?
Yeah.
You write the show. How many other writers with you?
5, and they're a crack staff.
All right, so the show's going to have an edge because that's what kind of stuff you do.
No, it's not going to have an edge.
No, it's going to be a bland kind of an Ozzie and Harriet ripoff?
No, sir, it's going to be a Green Acres ripoff.
I can just see you in the overalls.
Yeah.
You play a commentator on television.
I play a commentator.
I hate those guys.
Yeah. I don't care for him either. I play a guy that works in New York. You understand? And he does his minute every week. Like
Andy Rooney.
Not Andy Rooney. He's not a humorist. He extols the virtues of small town life, like Mr. Charles Osgood.
Oh.
And but he's very disconnected. He goes to parties at William Paley's house.
You look a little like Osgood. Run that picture back. Can you put it next to Norm's face? Yeah, I can. That's you in 8 years after you work for Fox. That's how you're going to age. Okay. Believe me, I've been here 7 years. That's how you age.
I don't look like that. I'm trying to look like that.
So you moved to a small town in Wisconsin, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that's going to be funny. I'm going to be amused by that.
I'm not going to spin you. No, you're not going to care for it at all.
All right, now you hit it big, and then you get the residuals and all of that. The Simpson money come rolling in.
Yeah.
You don't hit it big, you care?
Well, first of all, I believe the actors in The Simpsons, I don't think Bart got 1 penny of that.
No, but the guy who did his voice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I get a lot of money after that.
Do you?
But I'm not in it for the money.
What are you in it for?
The money. I am in it for the money.
I know you are.
I was going to spin.
Yeah, no, you can't. This is the no spin zone.
I know. I keep forgetting.
You can use that in Stan Hooper if you want.
The no spin?
Yeah, you can use that kind of stuff, and I won't demand any money.
Okay, cool.
Saturday Night Live, do you watch anymore?
Yes, sir, I do.
You do? Is
Yes,
it as good now as when you were there?
No.
Well, because you're not there.
Basically because I'm not there.
Right. But you do watch it.
Yeah, I watch it.
Because I've lost kind of contact with it. I mean, I think it's maybe a generational thing.
It is a generational thing. I'm 61 years old, young. I say 61 years.
Right.
I say 61 years experienced. And when I watch the show, I don't even know what they're doing parodies of, because they're doing parodies of like MTV shows that.
Yeah, I mean they're Jewel. They're making fun of, and I have no idea.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
When you do this Fox show, if it is successful, are you going to change?
Am I going to change?
Yeah. Are you going to be the same guy you are now, the humble guy?
I'm going to be the same dirty son of a bitch as I am now.
Right. Thank you. This is live tonight. We appreciate
Well,
that.
that's not swearing.
No, of course not. No, that's just
I think
Fox.
that's part of the.
That's Fox. We're going to see that in Stan Hooper, aren't we?
No, we're not going to use such language.
Right. Norm Macdonald, good luck with the show.
See what I mean? He's trouble. Norm is naughty. Just like something like that. He's just like, whenever you watch him interviewing people, there's always a bit where it feels like he's making them nervous with kind of just being him, because it's unpredictable. He is unpredictable. You don't quite know what you're going to get or what he's going to say, which is part of what makes him so great, to be honest, is that, yeah, you really can't guess where that man is going from one thing to the next. But yeah, I was thinking, I haven't heard about this beef. And why would they be beefing anyway? It seemed like a weird, like, why would Bill O'Reilly have a problem with anything? Because at first I was thinking it'd be something Norm has said that maybe upset him, but nah. Now I see that they are kind of, I mean, yeah, mates. But yeah, it's like when Norm as well, when Norm even is talking about serious things. That's the thing, you can tell he's smart and you can tell he knows what he's talking about, but it's like when he is talking about things, he's constant. You can see like the cogs whirling in his brain, thinking, where's the joke? Well, like, I need a joke. And his mind is constantly ticking, looking to be that spanner in the works. Yeah. Gotta love this man. But yeah, that's the reaction. Sweet.